What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Now that title may seem familiar to you, and if it does, chances are you've seen this video here. Now I watched it a while back and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool to do the same but in Bedwars? And if you've got absolutely no idea what's going on, let me explain. We're here on a server called bedwarspractice.club. You may have seen this from a video 89 made, but the great thing about this server is that you've got all these techniques you can practice, and the only thing you gotta worry about here is beating your own times. So as you may have guessed, I'll be practicing each technique a little every day for an entire week, and I'll see how much I've improved by the end of the week. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, the funny thing is I recorded all the clips in December. This was originally supposed to be part of my daily upload January, but of course that didn't happen. Now the first thing I'm going to do is briefly run through each technique I'll be doing, that way you can see what I'll be practicing, and then I'll show my past self from December completing each course for the first time, which is going to set my baseline scores. We'll call this day 0. So this is knockback clutch. Essentially you're going to be hit every so often by, I don't know what it is, some kind of arrow, and you pretty much have to make it to the end of the course by, you know, block clutching and whatnot. If you get hit off, that's okay because it just lets you restart. Oh, I got hit in the void there. And you can pretty much go until you complete the course. So I'll just let myself in December take it away from here. Now I think what I'm going to do is use my first attempt on each mode as sort of like a baseline that I can refer to at the end of the week and see how much I've improved by. Hopefully I've improved. If not, then, you know, it's been a waste of time, a waste of a week, but I think I have high hopes that this will make me a little bit better, at least in some modes. Alright, so we did it in 21 seconds for the first one. Someone was specking me apparently. Oh, I guess that's a moderator or something, but... Well, I was wrong. This wasn't my time. This was saying that it's not recording me because I'm not good enough. So this was actually my time, so that's good. 30 seconds, that'll be a good baseline. If I can get to maybe like 20 seconds by the end of the week, then I'll call it a good day. The second technique I'll be using is something called speed clutch, and this one's a lot easier because you're not actually getting hit by anything on the way. You just kind of have to clutch your way to the other side, get there as quick as possible. So I'll let myself in December take this one away as well. Alright, so I'm in the next technique, the second one. I'm assuming this one is just you have to race to the end and clutch on the sides. Doesn't seem to be too much clutching going on so far. Maybe I have to go around the sides? Oh, I guess here we have to definitely go around the sides. Alright, so the third one here is called hit block clutch, and you essentially have to just hit an enemy, clutch on their tower, and each enemy, I guess, goes up in difficulty in terms of the tower height or whatever, or the height that they are relative to me, I guess. But let's just see if we can set a good time to start with. Oh, that one's like behind the tower. That's clever. What do you do here? I'm assuming that? Wow. That was interesting. Can I enable checkpoints? Because I know I'm definitely going to mess that one up again. There we go. Okay. So our time there was 47 seconds. Not the best, but I think that can definitely be improved upon by the end of the week, so that's a good one. Alright, so this one's called high block clutch, and this one is completely parkour oriented, so pretty much you just have to jump across, clutch on the side. It's quite hard at first if you don't, you know, get the jumps correctly, but I'll let myself take this one away. Now this one's tricky as well in the sense that it involves some parkour. You have to be able to make jumps like that, which doesn't come right away for me because I'm not the best at parkour, as you may know, and this one is a little bit odd because you just pretty much jump down to that one. So there we go, 46 seconds. Okay, so we're getting some good baseline times here. I definitely think I can improve these throughout the week. Okay, so this one I was actually quite excited for because I'm actually not too bad at clutching on walls like this. I've watched a lot of, you know, the parkour gauntlets, and this is the type of stuff they do. I think in this one you just have to, oh, rip. Yeah, I do think going on the left side of this part is a lot easier just because of how this next section is made. Okay, we've made it to the third. Whoops, my A key is stuck down. Nice. And this part, I think you just, can I just go up here? Would that work? No, I think you have to go here. Okay. Okay, well, I'm actually quite embarrassed about that part. That was not a good time for me. I know I'm definitely going to be able to improve that one. Let's hop into the next technique, which is side clutch. Oh, I've already played this one. I got 23 seconds on this. This must have been while I was playing, like the first time I ever joined this server. Oh, you can't even go too high. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so that is 19 seconds for this one. Now this is one of the cooler techniques on the server. It kind of goes without saying, but pretty much you just click the anvil to start, like that, and then you have to bury yourself into the bed before the laser shoots you out of the sky. If you're quick enough, you'll be able to block yourself off before you get shot. Now this one, of course, once you hit the bed, it's over. So what I did was I timed myself for 5 minutes and saw how many beds I can get in 5 minutes. We got 10 seconds left. Can I do this? This will be my 17th bed of 5 minutes. Okay, so I got 17 bed in 5 minutes, which is honestly pretty bad compared to what I think I can do in terms of my potential, but it gives a good starting point and leaves lots of room for improvement. So I think by the end of the week, I'll hopefully be able to get like, 30, 35 by 5 minutes. All right, now this one is called Broken Wall Run. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty much just the normal wall run we did earlier, except it's fragmented. Wow, I actually did that. Okay. Alright, 1 minute, 26 seconds, and 775 milliseconds. That one is actually quite tough, but I'm surprised I did that well on it. Okay, so that's going to do it for the techniques. The only other things I'm going to be practicing are the bridging techniques, so let's do those. Starting with, of course, the most simple one, straight bridging, and simplest one, and I already failed. Alright, I did it in 17 seconds for the straight bridging. Let's get my time for the diagonal bridging. And there's our time for diagonals. Now day 1 started out very well with a huge run of 21 seconds on knockback clutch. I spent a decent amount of time on each technique, which allowed me to beat every single baseline time except for high clutch, which I struggled with because, that's the parkour one, as well as broken wall run, which I actually tripled my time on. Well, that was terrible. I don't know how I did it so quickly yesterday, but that was embarrassing. Day 2 was incredibly eventful because I managed to beat every single one of the times I ended day 1 with. I'll be showing all the endings here, and don't worry, you'll get to see the full runs towards the end of the video when I set my weekly records on them. And if you're wondering why I'm not showing the bed burrow mode, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's just because there's really not much to see. I didn't make much progress on day 3. Unfortunately, the only scores I was able to beat were my speed clutch and bed burrow scores. However, at this point I found myself being able to do double extension clutches quite frequently, as you can see here. Because there was so little progress made on day 3, I'm going to just group it with day 4. On day 4, I really didn't make that much progress either. However, it was huge in terms of setting weekly records. I set both my speed clutch and knockback clutch records, which you can see on screen now, meaning I was unable to get faster times in day 5, 6, or 7. This record put me at 8th on the weekly leaderboard, which was my first leaderboard position of the week. And this guy got a 16-second time, a sub 17, and I was like, no way, how did he get that? So you can watch what he does. And this guy straight up just flew over there. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. Day 5 started with me setting my weekly record for hit clutch, and you can see the full run here. I used a new strat that I had learned by watching the top weekly replays. This time was good enough to put me in 8th place on these leaderboards. However, I unfortunately was too lazy to wait for the leaderboards to update, so I just screenshot it without my name. I also beat my bed burrow, high clutch, side clutch, and straight bridging times on this day. I didn't make much progress on day 6 either. However, I was able to set my weekly record for high clutch, which you can see here. There we go, 12.993. That would be enough to put me in... Oh wow, I'll be 5th. I also beat my time for side clutch. Yes! Oh no! It was still over 13. Day 7 was by far the most monumental day of the week, starting with me setting my weekly record for wall clutch. I then set my weekly record on side clutch as well. Let's go! 12.55. I also set my weekly record for bed burrow. I think that's it. I think I did it. Oh my goodness. 30 in 5 minutes. And if you don't believe for some reason that I got 30 beds in 5 minutes, there's a link in the description to an unlisted video that has the full 5 minutes of uncut footage. I also finally set my record for broken wall run. Yeah, my time was 25:5:59, which means I will be in 9th place. Lastly, I set my weekly record for straight bridging. Overall, I think the week went extremely well, and I definitely think I improved, at least in some areas. For instance, here's a snippet of one of the videos I uploaded back in December, hinting at this video. Please, yes, I clutched that. My practice has paid off. You guys won't know what practice I'm talking about yet, but what is this, a maze? Labyrinth of blocks? Here's a side-by-side comparison of how my times improved by the end of the week, and I can honestly say that not only did my times improve, but my bridging and clutching ability skyrocketed, which you'll definitely be able to notice in some of the vids I have coming this month. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.